Hi, everyone. Today, we're talking about one of the trickiest tasks a security professional can face, merging network. Merging networks, also known as network convergence, is the process of combining separate networks, such as local area networks, LANs, and storage area networks, SANs, onto a single infrastructure one. This convergence enables organizations to use a single network interface for data transmission, Internet Protocol, IP, communication, and traditional telephone services. The benefits of merging networks include enhanced efficiency, performance, security, and support for advanced services like VoIP and IoT applications. It simplifies management and reduces costs by eliminating the need for multiple vendors, equipment, and management tools. However, it's important to note that merging networks also comes with certain risks such as new security and complexity issues, potential system failures and disruptions, vendor lock-in, and regulatory compliance. Merging networks is often a critical step in situations like company mergers, redesign of an outdated network, or oversight in initial planning too. It's a complex process that requires careful planning and execution to minimize downtime and the need for reconfiguration. Merging networks during a company merger or acquisition. Imagine two companies coming together, each with its own network, procedures, and policies. Combining them into a single, cohesive network is a big job, but we're here to break it down for you. First, think of a merger like a marriage between two people in their 30s. By then, they each have their own homes full of stuff. When they get married, they have to combine all their belongings into one house. They need to sort through everything, decide what to keep, and get rid of duplicates. It's the same with companies merging their networks. They need to combine their systems and remove any redundant services or servers. On the other hand, a divestiture is like a divorce. Instead of combining things, you're splitting one household into two. Each person needs to take what they need to set up their new home. In business terms, this means dividing up a single company's network so that two new companies can each operate independently. Using cloud services can make this easier because the cloud provider can quickly allocate the necessary resources. When merging networks, whether through a business merger, joint venture, or partnership, there are several important factors to consider. 1. Peering. Peering is like setting up a shared pathway between two networks to exchange data. Imagine two neighbors who decide to build a gate between their yards to easily share tools. Technically, this involves creating a physical connection using BGP routing so users can exchange data across the two networks. Example, two companies need to share data for a joint project. They set up a peering connection to allow seamless data exchange without merging the entire network. 2. Cloud to on-premise connections. This is like extending your home Wi-Fi to your vacation home. Cloud to on-premise connections allow data to flow between an on-premise network and the cloud over a secure channel. This setup is scalable and easy to manage, but requires a VPN and possibly a cloud gateway. Example, a company uses AWS for cloud services and needs to connect it to their office network. They set up a virtual private cloud, VPC, on AWS and use a VPN to securely connect it to their on-premise network. 3. Data sensitivity levels. Different types of data require different levels of security. Think of it like having separate safes for your jewelry, important documents, and everyday items. When merging networks, you need to ensure that sensitive data is properly protected according to regulations. Example, a company merging with another that processes credit card payments must ensure their network complies with PCI DSS standards to protect credit card data. 4. Cross-domain authentication. Imagine two companies with their own sets of house keys. When they merge, they need a way to allow employees to access both houses without constantly swapping keys. This is where cross-domain authentication comes in, allowing users from one network to securely access resources on another network. Example, Z-Tech Advisor Training and ABC Training are merging. They set up a trust relationship between their Active Directory services so that employees from both companies can access shared resources without needing separate logins for each network. Federation of Identity, FIDM, is like having a universal key that works in both houses. It allows identity information to be portable across different domains. This way, users from both networks can access each other's resources seamlessly. Example: instead of creating new accounts for employees in the merged company, Z-Tech Advisor Training and ABC Training use federated IDs. Employees can use their existing login credentials to access resources on both networks. 1. Third-party integration. Merging networks often involves integrating third-party services and applications. Think of it like combining two families who each have their own favorite service providers, such as different internet providers or utility companies. The merged family needs to decide which services to keep, switch, or merge. Example: imagine two companies, one using Salesforce for customer relationship management, CRM, and the other using HubSpot. During the merger, they must decide whether to consolidate to one platform or maintain both. This decision involves assessing data compatibility, training staff, and potentially reconfiguring integrations with other systems. Merging networks is a complex but manageable task with the right approach. By understanding and planning for peering, cloud to on-premise connections, data sensitivity levels, cross-domain authentication, and third-party integration, you can ensure a smooth integration. Whether it's like merging households in a marriage or dividing assets in a divorce, the key is careful planning and execution. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials.